What's up, everybody? I flew all the way to the other side of the world in Lyon, France to meet up with the Ubisoft team at the Ivory Tower for something that we've been working on for a long, long time. And it's starting to come together, and it's going to be coming out very, very soon. And I've been just really stoked to see you guys. I'm super excited for you guys to be able to play with my cars in the new Forsberg Dominion add-on for the Crew 2. It's just been a lot of work and a lot of effort to not only recreate the cars, but making all new tracks, making new challenges, and of course, making this sweet suit. So let's head on inside and see how it all came together. You might be wondering why I'm still wearing this race suit or even wearing this race suit at all, but we are here at Ubisoft. What we are going to do is go upstairs and meet with the people that have been developing the whole new Forsberg Dominion for the Crew 2. So they asked me to get suited up and show up so that we can kind of see how it all kind of comes together in real life and also in the game. And so they have a bunch of cool, add-ons set up in the, wow, this place is incredible. The whole build out of this place is just insane. It's an old warehouse that they completely remodeled to be basically a creative space, an entire institution of ideas to come up with all these new, artworks and new backgrounds and everything else, all these new tracks, all these new cars. And we have this whole setup going on here because we're going to be doing a bunch of what do you call it, like interviews and different speaking roles. I'm doing voiceovers. We're doing, what else are we doing? Like some online marketing promotion videos. We're doing in-game videos. We're gonna be doing some green screen work, hence the race suit. So yeah, it might look like a bit of a monkey right now, wandering around while all these people are working, but this is insane. Like this whole setup here, seeing the, the name and the logo and everything being applied to the game, it's very, very exciting. So we're going to actually, from here, we're going to head upstairs and meet with some of the people that have been working on the game, creating the cars, creating the tracks, adding all the logos in, and going over the overall look and feel of the different tracks so that you guys have the best experience you can have when you're playing at home. So let's head on upstairs and check it out. All right, so now we're getting up to the design setup, and this is where it's just incredible to me. It kind of goes right over my head. There's so much that goes into creating the cars in the game. We create them in real life, but to take images and build them in a 3D model, we look at guys like Max, right? And so these guys, they're here totally tearing our car apart, exploding it, for lack of better words, into all the different layers you can see here on the screen. They're rebuilding the GT3 GTR. And yeah, I mean, can you tell us a little bit about how this whole process works? Because it's, I can barely, type on a keyboard, let alone build a whole car.
Yeah, sure. So it's basically made after the picture you sent us. So it's just about taking a look at the reference pictures, if you have it somewhere, and then try to reproduce the shapes. So
building a whole 3D model off of a couple photos.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's quite a challenge. In fact, because we were expecting maybe more pictures from closer to some details. Yeah,
for this one it was a little difficult because we don't have access to this car anymore. Okay. So we just had what we previously had. So the other cars was a lot easier. So sorry we made your job that much harder.
But anyway, that's something we are.
But so physically drawing every line, creating every shape. I saw something a little bit earlier. Yeah, there it is, the grid view. Yeah, so sure. That's how you create all the curves.
Yeah, it's basically polygons that we tweak by moving what we call the vertices, which are the dots on each corner of each polygon.
And it looks perfect.
And by tweaking them, we can do whatever shapes we need to.
Yeah, it's absolutely spot on. Just off a couple pictures, that's insane. But yeah, no, we love it. Like this car, oh my God, you have the whole interior.
And the interior as well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, just so much detail. Yeah, you got the window nets, the steering wheel, all the knobs, And you just built all that by hand. You have some of the other cars, right?
Yeah, sure.
I think I saw the 370Z over here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so let's check this one out. So this one, obviously my pro car, the one that I have the most seat time in. Yeah, there it is. Wow. Look at that. It's spot on.
Yeah.
And it looks brand new. I haven't even crashed it yet. So you have the whole body there. Yeah, even like the hood vents and all that. Yeah, the rear window vents. Yeah,
the livery as
that
well,
is
which
incredible.
is quite,
Yeah,
quite a lot of work to do.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just
We
building that
tried
all out.
To get every sponsor
you
that
go.
you might have on the
Yeah.
car in one texture,
Uh-huh.
and for performance sake. And then we came to texture it all over the car. So here you have the final result, which is playable right now.
Oh, there you go. Look at it.
So this is the final
Yeah,
result.
all the different views. Yeah, there it is. Look at all that detail. That is so awesome.
I will try not to crash it.
Oh yeah, even the hands move when you're shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, trying to show all the angles without crashing. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. That is so rad.
And here we have two of your other cars.
Yeah. Oh, there, the rally car. This was a fun one. We built this one last year, and we did a fun like little Christmas style video with it. But yeah, this one we built, based off of the East African Safari rally winning car. So the 240Z. So we recreated 370 to look like it. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. Yeah, there's my handbrake again. Yeah.
We actually took a Nissan that we already got in the game to create this car.
Yeah. No,
So
that is
was not from scratch.
so cool. Yeah, the whole cage in there with the extra X bars. Yeah, because that was like the rally design cage, so that was a little more beefy than the Forma drift car. But yeah, you guys just nailed it on all the accuracies of everything.
First
Yeah,
one,
there it is.
More complicated to drive to me.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
You can try if you want to.
Oh, yeah, you want me to look stupid? Let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah. Yeah, baby. Whoa, little lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, you got the wastegates out the hood and everything. Amazing job. No, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to playing it. But yeah, this is great. It's all kind of coming together. There's a lot of effort from a lot of people. This is awesome. So we're gonna check out more from the design team. There's obviously much more that goes into this than just building my couple cars for the game. And we got the different tracks. There's obviously a whole bunch of different cars. Look at like just these open worlds. All the different terrains and the backgrounds, and of course, we have see this guys. We got motorcycles in this game, which is like really cool. That's what I really like about the crew too. It's not just cars. You got bikes. You got planes, and I even saw some monster trucks. But of course, what it really comes down to is this open world, setup and some of the racetracks that they're building in, and just the amount of detail you guys put into this is absolutely insane. So, like, is this one of the tracks in the crew too?
Yeah, this is the track near Las Vegas.
Okay.
We have tried to find some iconic places that weren't used before in the game, and this was an empty place.
Okay.
So we choose to create a new track, really dedicated to drift and pro driving. And each playground has a different setting. For example, there is one that is in near Salt Lake City. So with the big different mountains and everything linked to this. And for this one, for example, we have worked a lot on the different bands that we have.
Yeah.
Just before we have asked all the players what they like in the Crew 2, what was their favorite kind of drift track, and we have tried to make an inventory of what they like in the Crew 2. And we have started to rationalize all those bands, all this type of banking. We have worked
Yeah,
a
so
lot.
you get some good banking on that?
Yeah, we have worked a lot on banking, trying to find the best curve with the best banking. Because banking helps a lot when you're drifting.
It does, yeah.
It compensates the centrifugal force, and it really helps the player to take their turns.
Yeah, what I really like is that you guys are using downtown city setting backgrounds, which is cool to kind of like help visualize the atmosphere in the background. but you're building an all new track. So you're not just replicating, real tracks that
it's
kind of has been done over and over in other games. To put the effort into creating, designing a whole new track for everyone to enjoy instead of, going around like another Laguna Seca, right? It's like,
We take lesson in the real life.
Yeah.
It has to be realistic. Our bands have to be realistic, but we want to create our own experience.
Yep. Taking inspiration from real tracks,
Exactly.
however, creating a whole new domain.
Those rumble also help the players because when the pads start to rumble on one side, okay, maybe it's a little bit dangerous. So they have to find the best way to take their turns. And for this, we have worked a lot on the user experience. And it was a work with the art team. For example, we have those lines to be sure that the player will be able to read the turns in advance and don't have any question when they enter in the turns. Just turn, the steer, and after accelerate. Just brake a little
Especially
bit.
with such new tracks you guys are building, having those indicators
Yeah.
is very helpful, especially when you're learning and playing for the first time. So
We have neon ones also to help the player. There is those neons.
oh, cool! Look at that. Yeah. Add some extra effect. So can you race it at night too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure the lighting
there
is
will
really
be,
cool at night.
There will be some night race. We have several discipline on each track. For example, on this one, I've got a street. And I've got drift. On other tracks that are maybe bigger, I can show you another one if you want.
Yeah, sure. So because it's like kind of one big track and then you section it off in different disciplines. Yeah.
And for this one, for example, we have touring car on this one. So you will see the circuit is much bigger.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's really much bigger. And this one, it's a kind of rocky mine, an old abandoned mine that has been reused.
Old abandoned mine. Yeah, see you got the bridges in there. I really like this crossover section. Like that's really cool, going up and over the track. Oh,
there it is. There it is.
Yeah. It's starting to implement some of the logos into the game, and it's just like so rad to see.
You're in the game forever now.
Yeah. The game will live longer than I will, that's for sure. But
I hope so.
But no, just like seeing, the cars we've built being applied to the game and seeing the logos being applied to the tracks, it's like, this is just the stuff kids dream about. One big vision with all the different integrations.
The tracks and everything.
Not just the cars in the game, but the tracks and the challenges and it's just amazing to see it all come together. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to see the cars and we got to see the track coming together, and this part is what I'm really excited about. You guys have been working on getting the logos and the actual full visualization into the game.
Yes,
so can you kind of
true.
help show kind of the process, some of the different inspirations you guys have had, and how it's all kind of coming together?
Yes, that's right. Thanks for coming. So here I'm gonna talk about art in general and collaboration together with a level design and marketing team. So here, once we knew what kind of playgrounds are gonna be, what's the shape of the racetrack, let's say, we started to gather more visual information, started to analyze what's the visual
identity.
identity.
Those photos.
Yes. And then we built our own visual identity together with a good collaboration with between art and marketing. So basically, this is the part of marketing team.
Yeah, no, I love all that.
And we started to build our own visual language, different components to play around and place them in a different kind of order and different purpose. And then here's the quick
Look at that.
concept art and
Same.
implementation of this visual language here and there on fences, on arrows, starting grid, and all of the
I
flags.
like how I have it on the flags. The flags are waving. On the banners, banners are have some texture to them. It's not just stamped into the side. You can it feels like you're there. It has a 3D look and feel to it.
Yeah. And then just continue to explore the same kind of thing.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
This is a paddock
I
with
got my own racetrack now. I don't know if you know.
elements. Yeah, this is the
Oh, that's so
starting
cool.
point of each race.
Yeah, it's so cool in the daylight versus night. You know, the lights just gives a whole different mood, different look and feel.
Yes. And here's the main menu of this season. Here's like visual identity and all of the different biomes. So again, like once we knew like what's the shape of the racetrack, we started to analyze how to dress it up. Like what's the visuals, what's the art behind it. And for the drift tutorial, kind of first playground, first level that you're gonna see, it's all about like industrial kind of look. So and our art mission here is basically take this empty space, analyze what's the biome of the racetrack, and trying to decorate it with different components, 3D objects.
Yeah, we're starting to see some of that on the Vegas track just a moment ago. And yeah, just having like, you know, design the track first and then to be able to build around it and make it more exciting and more visual like this. Like,
Exactly. So our mission is to go from this kind of empty racetrack to this kind of loop. Decorated with different elements, as I said, like different 3D objects, different components, patterns, runoffs.
Like, yeah, the amount of effort that goes into just building the background for the racetrack and not just the racetrack itself is just insane. You know, you guys have all the different water towers, the lighting, you know, the bridges, the buildings. You know, things are just absolutely not necessary, you know, to have a cool racing game, but it just makes it that much better to have all that extra visualization, you know, to make it that much more exciting when you're playing.
That's right. And the second playground, and all of the five playgrounds are different. They have different places on a US map.
Yeah.
That's why they have like different biomes.
It's my own RV at the track. Solid.
And then again, like the same exercise applied. So we're trying to analyze what's the area, what's the place in the US map, and then what
looks like the Vegas one.
No, it's not the Vegas. It's Black Mountain.
And yeah, because they were just explaining, there's you know, basically the touring car, the rallycross, and even the drift track is all within, you know, the confines of that, you know, whole setup you have there.
Yes, that's right. And yeah, different playing grounds, as I was saying, have different personalities, so to say, different spirit. So the third racetrack is all about like an American patriotic visual identity. So we're gonna have like the iconic element as a like eagle statue decorated like this. So here's just like a process, and here's the tunnel with the same kind of visual identity, you know, patriotic kind of stuff. And yes, here's the Las Vegas that you already seen.
Oh, I love that.
So again, like
all the Vegas inspiration, the old gas station.
Yeah. So once we know what's the racetrack and what's the biome, so biome is Las Vegas, we started to gather all of the like visual information, like what can be a good idea to like put. Like obviously Las Vegas is all about neon and kind of you know, big celebrations kind of feeling, and exploring different even crazy ideas with
putting neon up on the hills. Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, and the fifth one is all about, it's based on Utah, so it has something like, the biome in our game, it has like a lot of Latino-looking buildings, and on top of it, and cliffs and canyon kind of things, and on top of it we decide like, what if like just another extra layer with kind of Latino-looking street art, and this kind, and eventually we build this kind of pattern. It also helps to anticipate the turns for a level, from the level design point of view. And again, like interesting looking elements just to create like visual points of interest for our players. And yeah, the last one is Salt Lake, as you said. And it's all about like kind of modern looking buildings, modern looking elements. And again, like here's the example of the concept art. Here's the example how it looks in the game. So exactly the same.
Yeah, no, I love the, like you said, the bridges, like all the like, you know, modern, you know, looking designs, the buildings. Yeah, it's just, you know, the whole thing, like each track looks so different than the previous. So you guys have obviously put a lot of effort into just not making like, here's 3 different tracks. It's like, no, here's 3 completely different looking areas, you know, in different parts of the country. And so taking the inspiration from each city and applying it to the background to make it just that much more exciting when you're playing.
Cool. And the last thing, thank you for providing the same suit to our game.
Look like I'm about to get into a fight. Like, what's up?
Yes. So our players are gonna love having this
suit.
That's
so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at that. You guys absolutely killed it. That's It's pretty spot on.
Yes, that's it, guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
having us.
All right. I think we got a couple more stops. All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you.
See you.
Let's go. All right, well, that about wraps it up for our trip to the Ivory Tower with the Ubisoft team and seeing the Crew 2 Forsberg Dominion come to life. It's just been an incredible journey of, sharing photos and, Zoom calls and everything else to be able to come out here and seeing it come together for the game and actually getting some gameplay in there too. So, just absolutely cannot wait for it to be finished and hit the screens so that you guys can play it at home. And on that note, I'm gonna jump out of this monkey suit. I'm gonna get to chilling. See you guys next time. Well, that about wraps it up for our... And people can talk too.